Hello, I'm Jimmy Lammers, pastor of First Baptist Church of Blueling, Texas. There's an old joke that goes around in various forums that asks something like, how many Baptists does it take to screw in a light bulb? The answer is at least 15. One to change the light bulb and 3 committees to approve the change and decide who brings the potato salad. This joke changes as different groups and activities are involved, but the answer is always much larger than what the answer really should be. Today, though, I want to ask the question, how many Christians does it take to bring one person to Jesus? The simple answer might be to say one or even none because the Bible is sufficient in itself. After all, a crowd is not a requirement for salvation. But in this case, the answer to the question is really much larger than you might first think. Very often it's the result of years of ministry by caring Christians who have shown the love of Christ in their lives. Perhaps it's a neighbor who shows the love of Christ to the kids next door. It might include a Sunday school teacher who really tried to corral a bunch of rowdy young children, not realizing just how much of the lesson was actually received. Often it includes the preaching of a minister who faithfully shares the message of Christ week after week without seeing any obvious results. Possibly it's the helpful spirit of a co-worker who exhibits the care of Christ while quietly living the Christian life. A lifetime of interactions with Christians can bring a person to the point of decision. All of these combine to the work of sharing the gospel and bringing people to Christ. Unfortunately, all of the work of all of these people can be derailed by the actions or attitude of one person. In a moment of weakness, a Christian can make an unwise decision that brings the testimony of all the others into question. For that moment of indiscretion, the Christian is often called a hypocrite. Then a generalization is spread to apply to all Christians, and the whole bunch is held in disdain. Such is the sad situation of the world. That person who made the bad choice is no more a hypocrite than a person who usually abides by the law, but not seeing a speeding limit change and getting a speeding ticket. It was nothing intentional. Is not a recurring theme in their driving. It was a failure. Such failure may be deserving of a citation, but not the stigma of being termed a hypocrite. Now, a person who crusades for safe driving and pushes for strict enforcement of the speed laws on others while consistently speeding is a different matter. That person can truthfully be called a hypocrite. They know what they're doing is wrong and not in accordance with stated values. Are there people in church who fail along the way? Absolutely. Christian does not equal perfect. Are there people in churches who never try to live up to Christ's ministry? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. Not everyone who claims to be a parent always acts like one either. The question is not if there will be failures. The question is what the person does when they fail. A Christian goes to God and asks for forgiveness and tries not to repeat the error. The hypocrite just goes on being a hypocrite. Don't let the temporary failure of one Christian, or for that matter the purposeful action of a hypocrite, keep you away from the love of Christ. While people will fail you, Jesus never will. Come worship among a bunch of other imperfect people this Sunday at First Baptist Church. You'll be glad you did.